soul, and lead us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. For yea, though I should walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Aspicite illum, regem vernum. Ave, rex verbinosus, ave.
Tainted! The devil is in your flesh!
Belphegor, Hell's ambassador. One of the best and most brutal blackened death metal bands ever has released their new blasphemous totem ritual, and it's good as hell. I wanted to talk about this band for a long time and finally have the inspiration to make a video about it. It's impressive the love I have for them, considering I just know about their existence since a few years ago. Cause it's hard a band achieves my love and respect as fast as they did. I would say my first approach was when a band buddy sent me a song as an example of how he wanted to sound as a band that was in depth, from Conjuring the Dead. Immediately caught my attention, and I thought it was very good, especially Helmut's dynamic vocals. I checked out a few more songs and thought, these guys are brutal as fuck. But then it came the first time I saw them live at Nutfest 2019 in Mexico. Yeah, that disastrous one. I was astonished. The presentation was one of the best I saw in my entire life. The sound, the scenery, their outfits, their talent, Helmut's thundering presence and singing. And holy shit, that was a whole demonic ritual. That was the moment when I fell in love with this band. After that, I dedicated a lot of my time to know their entire discography and available information. Today is one of my favorite bands and biggest inspirations. The passion they put on their art is impressive and really hard to find in other bands. So, after this little introduction, let's begin to review this last hellish release of these infernal overlords.
The wrath of Satan has no mercy! Repent!
The first song is straight to the point and represents perfectly the album title, with an introduction audio clip that must be an extract from a creepy movie, as usual from their latest releases. It's a half-step song, not as fast as this band are used to, but they certainly don't need to be always fast to be brutal, and this song is another great example of that. The solo kicks ass and reminds us what an amazing guitar shredder Helmut is. Also, his talent to create brutal solos. Fucking good song, no complaints. Another creepy audio clip as introduction to Chainsaw Speed Punch of one of the most accelerated songs on the album. Belphegor returns to their faster roots with this one and, of course, doesn't disappoint. The passion and the staccated execution is there as always. A shreddy solo would be great, but that little guitar harmonic section in the end was on point. No need to put a virtuoso and technical solo there. The dark and graphic music video fits perfectly the song too. Gott und die Pest sei mit dir. The acoustic sections on this album are so well done, damn. As shown in other albums, when Belphegor wants to be melodic and equally brutal, they achieve it. I would like that the song was entirely on German, as they did in other songs before, but the English parts don't sound out of place. I really love the fact that a lot of their songs are on different languages at once. It adds a really nice and atmospheric touch. A great slow step atmospheric track. We back to Blackened death metal force in its purest form with this one, combined with acoustic guitar and creepy witch female vocal sections. Belphegor has experimented with witchy female vocals before, and it can't be more accurate to the atmosphere they want to put in their songs. Sounds entirely like witchery craft on the ritual, with a touch of oriental esoteric atmosphere, which is a registered mark of the band since its beginnings. Thanks to the Eastern scales on their compositions and atmospheric sections that put you inside of a lost temple in the woods from Oriental lands. One of the best songs of the album. And we pass from violent speed to a slow step song again. Slow but brutal. This song kicks ass, especially live. You can hear and feel the passion even on the simplest song of their album, Beautifully Dark. And again, we back from slow darkness to fast musical massacre. Straight to the point track and 100% classic Belphegor style, talking about necrophilia or some weird shit like that. Gepriesen sei die Finsternis. Hands down, ladies and gentlemen, because we stand before probably the best song of this diabolical compilation, and my personal favorite of the album. I have no words, just listen to this track and tell me you are not standing before a ceremony of magic and fire, a gathering of the blackest art. Fucking goosebumps, man. Reminds me a lot of Blood Magic Necromance, one of the best songs and albums Belphegor has ever made. Toten ritual conjuring masterpiece. Der Sabbath des Blutes und Feuer. And finally, the last song, which is an atmospheric outro, perfect to close this malevolent journey through the deepest landscapes and voids of hell. The ceremony closes its mighty doors for now. As a bonus track, we have a re-recording of Blackest Ecstasy from their second LP, Blackest Sabbath. The name is a reference to this and the year of its release, 1997. And I have to say, this version is much better than the original, more dynamic, brutal and focused on their characteristic blackened death metal style, while the original is more focused on traditional black metal sound. I love it. The music video has this old school black metal style and it's hilarious. I don't know if that was on purpose, but damn, it's funny as hell. I like it. So yeah, this album is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. I really have no big complaints about it. Belphegor fans will be not disappointed, and if you like extreme music and haven't listened to this band yet, please give them a chance. I'm sure you will be pleased. This band never released a bad album in more than 30 years of career. Helmut is the only original member, has 53 years old, and his music, on studio and live performances, still reflects a passionate energy dedicated to his art. All my respects and admiration for him. Thank you for the blackest musical rituals. Hail Belphegor! And yes, I was performing that badass German accent Helmut has.
Everything cool, we played a cool show, everything, the crowd was amazing, so I really enjoyed it, it was fucking brutal.